Okay, we're in, and some of this stuff looks like places I've seen out along on the other side of, on the edge side of Khyber Forest. You know, remember I mentioned some of those clips that ran out. Yeah, it might be a bit tough going for a while, fellas, but I reckon it's going to be worth it. What do you reckon, Gideon? You're making yourself a egg and fish finger crumpet and a nice lovely cup of, well, I mean, look at this. We're barely 10 or 11 days into the wet up here after 4 inches of rain, 2 other light rains and 1 predicted tomorrow on the Friday, and Planchonii is already up. The moss is already green. Oh, and there's another one. Don't worry, they're a bit like Wittigreis. They expand and get more sturdy as they go on. The fern's starting to grow, and there's definitely a chill in the air. It's warmer than 9 degrees. Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's 13 degrees yet. Maybe as we get further in. Oh yes, there's a definite chill in the air. Oh yeah. I really need an iPad or an iPhone or something. I can actually measure the temperature. I suppose I could bring a big thermometer with. Thermometers are more likely to break, especially if you're hauling them around in a bag. And an iPad would be nice. Well, there's the car. You can see it from here. Hopefully it won't get pinched, but oh wait, you can still see some dew left on the nighttime dew still left on this oh, it's not pincushion moss, what's it called? It's club moss or something like that. But I want to stick to this side, I think. Lots of lovely rockage for Ev, and the moss, although it's starting, that's still brown there. So we need another jolly good rain. But it's so cool up here. Amazing. We've just come off the road and we've dropped at least 5 degrees, I would say, maybe 7, heading towards 10. So that coolness must be seeping out of here somewhere. Does that imply that there's some constant running water over there on a cliff face that's generating the coolness? I don't know. The Hebertes are in flower. And if you want any screenshots or anything out of these things, or I don't linger on anything too long enough, I usually now linger long enough to make a reasonably good screenshot. So just sing out. I mean, if you want a super duper screenshot like a photograph, well, get together, pool your money and buy me a full HD camera with 1080p, which is the next one up from this, because this is half HD. And you know, I'll plan a trip to WA, and if you want to pay it as we go sort of thing, so I might end up getting stuck over in Western Australia. That would be fun. You know, I send the clips in if you're happy with it, where you sort of like you pay for the cabin that night and the petrol money sort of thing, and maybe a bite to eat. Yeah, I don't live well, fellas. I'm a nerd, you know. I eat like Sheldon does on Big Bang, so you know, I could live on peanuts for a couple of weeks and Coke if I needed to, if I was in a foreign country with fear of contaminated water or something. I could live on salted peanuts. I probably wouldn't even wash the salt off. I'd probably eat them and drink plenty of water. Well, in those sort of countries you'd probably be perspiring it out anyway, sweating it off. But yeah, I think the rule is to stick to the ridge line. I think that's the rule. So we get lovely vistas when we get out to the ridge line, but we don't have all the effort of going up and down until we find an interesting area that we want to explore a little bit further. So I'm still, you know, finding my feet out here, fellas, because it's the first time I've been here. As I said, if it wasn't being sunny the other day, that glint of sheen in the, I spotted out the corner, maybe because I had all that rant and rave, it fired me up a bit. Activated the old neurons from West Australia, I don't know, but yeah, old neurons are like season, isn't it? But I can see there's some better vistas out there. Once we work out the site, we can go back in future months, and I don't know how the camera recorded those birds flying across the road, but some of them were absolutely nice. Birds weren't quite flying close enough to the car. But you know, I've got to find my way, fellas. I sort of, yeah, going through here. Once we get come sort of like an opening, a vista, maybe the single back track is up there, sort of thing. Because I don't know, it could be Donnie was just having a lend of me, taking me. You know, we were going out here, and he knew darn well there was like Binata and Dichotomous just growing, you know, 50 metres away from where we were standing. I don't know. But it did seem a bit funny that he suddenly had a fire sale. I heard from John, no, not John in Michigan, John here, he had a fire sale or something, and I'm wondering, usually when you have a fire sale like that and you have to set off most of your collection, sounds like you've had a brush with quarantine or something like that. So I know they can be pretty nasty, but you know, as I said today, if you play by the rules, you can win by the rules. So you know, clean seed, clean jammy in paraffin, so there's no chance of any insects. You know, stayed on the outside of the pack exactly what's there. Send it registered, ID recorded. I haven't got a single leg to stand on, because they're supposed to be on your side. Because if they're on your side, we all win. You know, if people know that they're able to send things properly, if they make the effort, then they're willing to send things properly. You know what I mean? If they realise if they take the extra effort, their things are actually going to go through customs and quarantine, easy peasy lemon squeezy Japanesey. Well, you will make the extra effort of cleaning them and wrapping them up, just as I did. But see, they've got to play their part on the other side. When people do that, like I have done, film it all, show that you're trying to take the best effort, and you've always got the door open for them to say, well, you know, you didn't do it quite right this way. If you do A, B and C next time, we will guarantee we will let you through it if you show us that you've done A, B and C. So, a bit like the police earlier on this year, they said, you know, if I put those clips up online, they'd leave me alone for the rest of the year, sort of thing. So far, they've left me alone for the rest of the year. So, you know, I've met them halfway, they've met me halfway, so I don't mind living in a world like that, you know. But I just don't want to live in Abbottland, you know, where you just got jumped up school bullies, you know, almost a Gestapo type police state sort of thing. You're always looking over your shoulder, not because you've done anything wrong. Yeah, so, well, that's definitely some sort of vista, but all these trees are in the way. And maybe it's time to, I don't know, I've got two possibilities. I think I've got to start a new clip too. It's running on too long, this one, so I'll start a new clip.